Hi there, I'm Ellen, and I really hope that you can now see me and hear me well. I just hit the go live button, so if you're here, please let me know that you can see me and hear me, where you're tuning in from as well. Right now it's 5 p.m. where I'm located in Sweden at the moment of streaming this. I'd love to know what time it is at your place. It's always interesting to see. And yeah, I'm really excited to have you here as always. I am going to continue today on this relaxation project. This is what we started together 1 week ago. Maybe I need to actually zoom out a little. There we go. I'll also put in a message in the chat to see that you can see me and hear me. There seems to be lagging a little bit in the chat, so in case I'm not getting to you right away, I'm sorry. I hope this will work out. Anyway, warm welcome. Last week, so 1 week ago, I started stitching on this Embroider Your Stress Away project. It's stitched straight onto a canvas. If you can see right here how it looks like on the back. And I've made some progress. To be honest, the more I've been stitching on it, the more I've been falling in love with this project. I can really, it's just I don't know if it's the texture, if it's the color work. It's just so relaxing to add stitches onto this. I'm still not receiving anything in the chat. Please try again. I'll reload the chat. Apologize for this little pause. There's always these technical things when you're going live. Just before going live, actually, I was not sure if it's going to work. So I just want to make sure that I can see you in the chat as well before continuing. There we go. Yes, I see something now. Sarah has answered at least that you can see and hear me. Fantastic. Let's now go on. Apologize for that temporary pause. Let's now just dive into it. Okay. This is the project. I started it 1 week ago. It's the first in most likely a series of projects targeting really well-being, how to feel better through stitching, using embroideries, and especially creating with your hands, because creating with your hands just has such pure magic in making you feel better, including myself. I feel so much better when I'm creating with my hands. So this project was really designed to be stress-free in every way, in the sense it take away the perfect design stress or worry that it has to just look perfect. That's why this is more of an abstract design inspired by sunset. In case you saw part 1, you know that it's sunset inspired. I also wanted to take off the stress of using too many techniques, which is why you see me using almost only, either you call it straight stitch or running stitch, but it's split stitch. honestly, I would just call it straight stitch, just horizontal stitches. It looks like I've used plenty of colors here, but it's actually mostly variated floss that has created this really cool natural variation. I showed you these last time. For example, the CGT Cotton Garden Threads floss. I finished up already the purple turquoise blue one, and I've mixed in some other just regular DMC floss as well, to continue to filling it up. Really, I focused mostly on the water section, and I thought that today together we are going to continue a little bit getting this sunset vibe, so adding partially the sun and starting a bit on the sky. Another reason why I went for the sunset is because it allows you to use so many different colors, and how these different colors impact you vary obviously between person and person, but generally the blues, the colder tones, so those in the water, is calming and soothing, feels peaceful. For me, it really does. I love blue. And then if you want to get some more energy, that's where the more stronger oranges and red, powerful, is going to come in here in the sky. So I thought that it was a really good project to find that kind of a balance of calming when you need that, and then blast on with some energizing colors when you need that. All right, so enough of an introduction there. I think it already took some extra minutes just because it was a bit technical difficulties in the beginning. Anyhow, let me see again. Liziane is here as well. Fantastic. Elizabeth is here from Stoke-on-Trent, England. And Mona is here from Arizona. Karen is here as well from Sun City. Fantastic. Lovely to have you here. What I've done so far, really, I started out with just finishing up with a variated floss that you saw me use in last week's video. After that, and that I did kind of like mindlessly, but still mindfully, but mindlessly in the sense that I didn't worry too much about how and where I placed those stitches. It's not until I started working on with other layers afterwards that I started thinking a little bit more about the colors, in the sense that imagining it being a sun here, and how does that usually reflect onto the water? I was thinking that these variations with the purple and lighter blue should come kind of here around the middle, whereas having a bit darker blues around. That was kind of what I was going for, and it's also why you see me here using, let's see, so that the camera. By the way, let me know if you want me to zoom in or something like that. That is why I'm using here a little bit darker to kind of enhance that contrast on the side. So here, again, in the middle, I'm imagining it to be kind of a reflection from the sun compared to all around it. And this is just so satisfactory to fill out the empty spots. I'm not sure if spots is the correct word, but the empty places. And then I keep it tightened. I pull it all around and keep it tightened. I notice that if I just do it loosely, then these stitches that I do all around, they tend to just become a bit misplaced and crisscrossing, maybe not necessarily how I want to. So through the process, I noticed that just stretching it out, holding it tight before I attach it, just helped me keep that end stitch in place. So I thought that was, I hope that is a little bit helpful. It's the first time that I am actually covering the border of a canvas in this way, but personally, I actually really love it. Generally, when now the camera was having a hard time. When I used to do a lot of painting in the past, I always painted the borders as well, because I just love how when the artwork you're working on, it kind of continues on the side, so that let's say you're hypothetically putting this on a shelf, you can see it reflecting also from this side. I'm gonna finish up this floss before we move over to the sun, as I was having this on my needle anyway. So let's make one more around. This time it comes up from underneath. So really don't feel limited in that you have to place them in a certain way. Right now, again, it's really about filling the whole space and mixing the floss. Let's see if I can get that up. It's always a little bit more difficult to attach the floss when you are close to the border. There we go. Okay, now we can move over to the sun part. If you have any questions, don't hesitate, put that into the chat. Mona, loving this project, fantastic. Thank you. And also let me know, have you gotten any canvases and started on your projects too? I've received a few emails from you guys that have actually started. So that makes me really excited to hear about your progress. So I found this round scotch lying around, and I thought it makes a perfect template to use for the sun. All right, so I said this is an abstract design in the sense that there is nothing pre-drawn out onto the canvas here. I will still use this template just for my approximate placement of where I want the sun. So if you remember, I made already the horizon line. So now it's more a matter of how much I want the sun to be seen. Should we have it, like how far should it be set? Because that is really the thing. I'm thinking something like that. All right. I'll just place it down again, and I'm going to just draw that circle, half a circle, really just to help me with the placement of that. I'm taking out some of my floss for that. I've got so much floss lying around, and whenever I find variated floss, it's like, hallelujah. Variated floss, especially for this type of designs, are absolutely magical. So I think that this is a great go-to for the sun. Then you don't have to plan it out all of the colors in advance, obviously, but I'm gonna just have a look at approximately. I'm thinking we will want to have a little bit of orange in there, maybe different variations of orange. It gets darker the further away from the sun generally. So I'm thinking it will get more and more reddish, maybe even some purple. Isn't it some purple as well? Let's see, here I've got a bit stronger red. Let's find some purple and some pink maybe. So what's really, really amazing, what I found really, really amazing with this type of design is really this liberty where you can just add 2 stitches of one floss and then, you know, really just even take all the leftover floss that you've got lying around and create, just focus on this, again, relaxation, the repetition of the stitches, and to really just enjoy using the different various floss. I'm gonna put up my hair again because I feel it keeps tickling on my nose. We went to the beach today with our daughters. The little one was mostly sleeping on me, so I just had a little beach walk, which was wonderful, but my hair got all over my face. So what did you guys do today? Now we have some more tuning in. Funny, so nice to see you from Greece. Wonderful. And Maria is here from Brooklyn in New York. I think I'd like to get in a little bit of pink in here at least. I remember when I was living in South Africa for a year, I think I've never seen as gorgeous sunsets as I did there. It was just mind blowing almost. So I've just put together a little bit of mixture of different flaws that I'm imagining could fit nicely for the sky. In this way, as I generally like to bring my project with me a little bit, especially now that I've got 2 small kids, I can't just sit hours and hours. So then having it in my tote bag on the side is a really good way to just add a few stitches in whenever I get a chance to. So generally, I maybe do 1 floss at a time. So over this past week, I did maybe 1 floss in the morning, 1 around lunchtime, 1 or 2 in the evening, and that's really how I've been working at it. So it's a great project also for that, actually, because it really allows you to be flexible in the sense you do not need to have tons and tons of time together to actually be able to make advancements. Because after all, this whole series is about to encourage you, including myself, to get that creative energy back. And how do you do that? How do you get that back? Well, you get it back by actually creating. So I just thread on here actually this variated yellow orange. And I thought that I'm going to start adding some stitches on my yellow sun. One other reason why I actually wanted to mark out where the sun was going to be located is because I am still going to do these like various lengths of my horizontal stitches, but I want to make a distinct line where the actual sun starts and ends in relation to everything around. So even if I might use some yellow outside of here as well, I still want there to be one concrete contour around the sun. And the reason is because if you think about when the sun sets, it's like this mix of colors all over the sky, right? They're just kind of blending into together. Or all the colors are blending together. Yeah, blending together. But then it's almost like not black, but a really stark contrast just around the sun, and then it's really bright where the actual sun is. So that's kind of why I was thinking by the placement of the stitches, I naturally will create that contour or contrast around the sun. And then as I progress, again, referring back to the first part of this project, I don't know exactly how it's going to end, which means that I might even want to stitch a contour afterwards as well. I don't know. We will see. But I'm leaving it open for me to decide as I progress. So let me know in the comments. I'm hoping that they are updating. I'm not sure. Maybe today it's the comments. So this is the beauty of live streams. It's, yeah, but you can't really cover up if there is something not working in the technology. It's just like that. But at least I'm grateful to know that you can hear me and you can see me. I think I'm gonna try to make the chat a bit bigger. Ah, There we go. See, I'm learning things all the time. I've just been live streaming tons of times, but for the Charlton Ellen Academy, I was doing a lot of live streams, and all of those replays are saved inside of the Academy membership. We don't have them here on YouTube. This one is going to be up for a replay so you can watch it again. But the previous ones, we've got those inside of the Academy membership. I'll put a link right below this video if you feel encouraged and inspired to just dive deeper into modern hand embroidery. We've got plenty of courses and resources in there. Are you using, Gabriella, are you using 6 flows? If I'm using 6 strands for my stitches, yes, I am. I'm using full thickness of the floss, simply for the reason I mentioned in the beginning, actually. I wanted this project to be easily accessible, easily digestible, easily manageable by using full strands. So 6 strands, the full floss, you will automatically make progress a bit quicker. And especially as this project is about filling out the surface, playing with its texture, playing with colors, and again, the whole process of repetition. As such, I felt I did not want to constrain myself to just using fewer strands. Most of the time, you are absolutely right. In our projects, we love to use fewer strands. For example, for the main contours of architectural buildings, I'm most of the time, if not exclusively, using 1 strand. But filling out this canvas with just 1 strand, I don't know. I would need the whole year probably to fill that out. Kathy is here from the UK. Wonderful. Welcome, Kathy. I'm so happy to have you back here. I know you've been with us for a long time, so that makes me really, really happy. What made you decide to embroider a sunset rather than a sunrise? Maybe it's because I've been watching a lot of sunrises with my little babies waking up, whereas sunset, I feel like it's been years since I saw one. No, honestly, that's maybe a silly answer. I can't necessarily give you a better one. Yeah, I'm not sure. It just felt so magical for some reason with the sunset. But you're right, I should maybe do a sunrise as well. I will need to already actually, I know that I want to make more of these types of projects on canvases. So I've already scheduled for the next couple of days. I'm gonna go and get some more, because I'm feeling it's the perfect project to get that creativity going again. So who knows, maybe there will be a sunrise as well. I don't know. What do you prefer, sunset or sunrise? Gabriella, okay, thanks. I'm looking from Michigan. So we've got some from various places, some Europe, some North America. We had also from Jordan. Right in the beginning. So grateful to have you here with me live. One of the things I love the most about live streams is really how we can share the same time and space, even if we are located all across the world and we all share the same passion for creativity. Just love that. So I'm now on my 2nd strand of filling out this sun. And really, it doesn't necessarily matter that much if you finish filling out the sun or if you jump over to the sky in between that. Again, you are your own boss when it comes to this project. I'm just here to share it as an inspiration for a more freer type of project. It's very beginner friendly. but it actually really suits seasoned stitchers as well, depending on time, depending on motivation, inspiration, all of these types of stuff. I think that to do different types of projects is a great way to stimulate your creativity regardless of how much you have been. Oh, look at that. That looks cool. Upside down. Could even have it in this way. Let's actually, just for fun, because we don't have that much time left, I'm doing these now 30-minute long. I'm doing these 30-minute sessions. So I just want to add in a little pink here for the fun, because I feel like I need a stitch with pink today. Before rounding off, and also to just kind of break that. Now you might just think that, okay, I'm doing it one step at a time, but really you can jump around here as much as you want. Jump around the project. So what I meant with naturally creating a border, if you see here, I start and stop in the same place, following that contour, so that it creates this natural contour. I think I want to do even with the pink around. All right, there's about 5 minutes left. So if you've got any more questions related to this project or creativity, or just share what you're working on right now, please let me know, and I'm soon going to be rounding off. These I hope, I don't think you can hear it, but I can hear my little baby out there. So I think it's good that we are soon rounding off. This was my stitch time of today. And again, using full strand, 6 strands, full thickness of the floss, I feel like I still made quite some progress. It's very visually satisfying just how this keeps growing. So just the way how I did with the water, where I started just kind of spread out like you see with the pink here. I will do the same over the sky, and then keep adding in and just filling out the blanks as I progress. My goal is to have everything filled out. Kathy, I think I prefer to imagine a sunset. I don't get to see many of these. Imagining a sunset is better than nothing, isn't it? All right, and I'm attaching again. I'm doing them all the time with the knots on the back. And just be sure to cut off the floss right away. Cut off the floss right away to keep it clean on the back and not having plenty of loose floss on the back side hanging, because it's very easy that it gets stuck, and also it's much harder to push through afterwards. Thank you so much for being with me here today again. I don't know yet if there will be another update on this project or not. I think there might be, because I'm not sure I will be able to finish it all in just 1 week, because my goal is to come on here at least once a week to share with you how I'm progressing. And yeah, Thank you so, so much, and I hope to see you next time.